Welcome everyone to the third Thursday meetup of the West Orlando WordPress Meetup Group. I'm Rob Watson, a co-organizer and host. West Orlando WordPress is an official WordPress meetup group and is affiliated with the main WordPress Orlando and WordCamp US meetup groups. Our speaker tonight is Birgit Pauli-Haack, who gives a walkthrough of the WordPress 6.0 features and updates and reveals plans for WordPress 6.1. This presentation will be around 25 minutes. The rest of the time, Birgit will field any question about the WordPress editor, full site editing, theme development, and blocks. Birgit Pauli-Haack is the publisher of Gutenberg Times, a site with news around the WordPress block editor and beyond. Birgit hosts regular Gutenberg Live Q A on YouTube and co-hosts the podcast Gutenberg Changelog with Mary Job. Birgit Pauli-Haack started working on websites in 1996. Founded Poly Systems LLC in 2002, and has been using WordPress for web development since 2010. Starting in 2021, Birgit now works full-time as WordPress developer advocate and core contributor, sponsored by Automatic. Birgit is a native German. When not in front of a computer, she walks, watches movies, or hangs out with friends. She and her husband of 30 years love to travel and visit city art museums. At this point, I'd like to invite everyone to mute their microphones for the presentation. Birgit, thank you so much for being our presenter this evening. The time is now yours.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's a great pleasure to be in meetups, and I'm looking forward to hopefully soon be in in-person meetups again, because after we did WordCamp Europe, I really know that I'm missing this in-person connection. In hallway chats and all that. So I hope we can get back to that soon. So yes, I know a few of you, and we either communicated. I met you at one of the WordCamps earlier in the century, or via email. And so it's great to be among friends. Thank you so much. So what do I have? I guess the best thing is, if you don't know what's in WordPress 6.0, it's been out 2 months, but maybe it you had to do something else in not diving into it. I think there was a good video with the release announcement, so I'm gonna play that now, so we get all kind of into the groove of things. Right? Okay. Right. So well, that was a good intro to 6.0. So I wrote an article what to expect from WordPress 6.0, and those who are not using block themes at least got a well, everybody got an enhanced writing experience, but that's definitely for you to um, hone in before. So one is that you can edit text edit via multiple block select. It was a little bit of misnomer because you can edit, like you can kind of have, yeah, you can, and then so you have a second paragraph, and then you can just highlight it and delete it. Yeah, but you cannot format it. It's just an editing feature that doesn't. Yeah, they are still working on that. Another one was the add internal links via shortcuts. So if you're on the site, oops, and you want to say, okay, to the just put in two brackets, square brackets are they called, and then it gives you a list of the latest blocks or pages that you had, and then you can just click on it, and then you have the link automatically. This is such a fast way to add links that are within your site, and you, of course, you can also search for it. Yeah, you can. No, the search is not there, but you can. So the search is only in the link thing. So update, you highlight that, and then what happened with my toolbar? Oh, here it is. And then here you can search. You know that already. Yeah, I think. Logistics. Site legal. So that's how you can search. But that has been in the block editor for a long time. Another one was, so that's the internal shortcut. And now that's what the post is all about, is new buttons adopt the styling. So if you go, if you have a list of buttons or link a row of buttons and you add another one, it keeps the styling. And that is really, I'll say, yeah, speeding up the process if you want them the same. That same color, and you can easily, of course, change it. So the video also talked about the color panel. That's new. It and you've probably seen this already on 6.0 if you use it on the blog. So we can kind of skip that a bit to keep the styling, and then transform also keeps the styling now. So when you want to change something that's a paragraph, and you want to change it into a quote, and you style it with a background, like a darker background and a different color, like early, yeah. And then you transform it again into a paragraph, it keeps the styling. And that is, I find this a very nice quality of life enhancement for an editor. The better list view is also something that many people really appreciated, because now when you go on the list view and hover, it gives you a little outline. What are you looking at? And if you have a larger, I'm just looking at the templates because it's working there too. So we have yeah, and we have, and then we get the list view. Then you have the stack, and then the columns, and then another column, another column. Yeah, so you have these little borders around, so you know exactly what you're looking at. That's the list view. But and then what came with 6.0 is the dynamic feature image for the cover block. So when you're in a post, and your theme might not display the cover image on the site for your single post template, then you can add it to your post. So you could do this one. So this theme has it, but you could, if I edit the post, I could say, okay, my template, I take it out of the template and I want it to be a cover block here. Just assume I did it and do a cover. And now the new feature is that you actually can do it right from the placeholder. In 6.0, you had it here, and that's still there, but you can now also do it now directly from the placeholder, which speeds up the process definitely quite a bit. And you can do it full width, yeah. And if you want, you could even put the excerpt in if you want to. Yeah, that's really hard. Yeah, here it is. Oops. Yeah, this theme has a few issues. I'm testing that, but post title, you could do post title in here, and then the text gets yellow, white. So that's update that. And the block locking from 6.0 has now received already an update in the editor. And when you want to, so you could go into templates. Do lock. It's not. So, I need to go one higher. And I do the lock. And now when I'm in a container block, I can apply the lock to the container outside block, but I can also switch that toggle and say, apply this lock to all the blocks inside. So that way, you don't have to go to each block. And if you have a few blocks in a container, in a group or so, you don't have to do it one at a time. You can now just say, okay, apply it to all the blocks, and then this is how it's locked. And that is changed, an additional feature now that just came in with 13.27. Yeah, so how many, are there any theme developers here? And I could skip that part, but if they are, then I can go through what the highlights were from the block themes.
I haven't used any block. I haven't built themes with block editor, but I've built small themes with the normal PHP stuff.
Okay. So what came with now you can actually in your functions PHP, that wasn't possible before. If you had your own blocks, you can register it now in the theme as well. It's not the recommended way because blocks are plugin territory, but if you're working for a client, that always comes to you. If you change the theme, you will be there and accompany them or them. You will can now register the block that you built with the theme, and you don't have to have another plugin in there. So there are new features for full site editing in the block theme. One is the style variations, and I need to change my theme here. Hang on, and go to. Let's see how we do with the theme change. Oh, here, 2022. Oops. So so we are looking at the site editor from the full site editing kind of. That's a block theme, and there is up here is a link that says styles or a graphic, and then there is a link that says browse styles. So and the 2022 has 4 different styles, and they're all a little bit differently. So you can change the nature of the theme quite a bit when you use those different style variations. So you don't have to kind of build a child theme. These style variations can be in the main theme if you want to. So this is all. The site looks different in each one of them. It's a different character, but it's all in one theme. So. And that is what, I don't know if you probably didn't see that yet, but that is actually a proposal from the theme team to say, okay, we are providing a relatively basic theme with all the features attached, but then we also let the community curate theme variation or style variations and have a submit process. So the default theme is then not just a team of one developer and one designer, but it will be the base theme will be 2022, but of course to look different and have all the new features in there, and the styling is different, the graphics will be different, but it also, though, everyone, so some designers will submit style variations that are then curated by the team and then rolled out with the default theme 2023. So that's going to be a real interesting, different way of creating a theme. And there are comments there. So quite a few of the theme developers have already signed on or love the idea. Yeah, so that's coming with that. So I wanted to mention that, so you know what's coming down the pipeline. I also the style switcher, and here are in this I'm going to share this post. That's an article that I wrote for the where is it? Yeah. For Pantheon on what's to expect with WordPress 6.0. And it has some code explanations as well, if you wanted to see how that style variations go. It has links and to the documentation and everything. So the expanded template options, they are even more expanded with the latest Gutenberg plugin release. And oh, yeah, and I sent the link just to one person. So you could have go back to the templates. You can have a set of templates, and when you add a new one, those are now you can have the front page, of course, then a page template, an author template. So when you have all the blog posts from one author, for that author, you can, for all the author pages, you can create a template, as well as for the category. And when you click on the category now, that is in the plugin now and will come to 6.1. You can make a decision if you want to have the category for all categories or the template only for a specific category. What does that mean? That means that you could have on your blog a template for your personal posts that are in a certain category, or in a second one for your WordPress related posts, and a third one for your travel post, for instance. Yeah, so now you get into the territory where you, as a user or even a theme developer, you don't need to have code. You don't need to know the template hierarchy of WordPress, and you don't have to look up custom post types and all that.
Birgit, I just
yeah.
wanted to check. We are not seeing your screen right now. So I just
Oh,
wanna
why
make
not?
sure.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay. What did you see?
You stopped like everything that you were just saying about the templates. We weren't seeing any of your screen right now.
Okay, so we're seeing the template now, and
Yes.
yeah, okay. So now you see, so they're all with the theme there 2022. You see, there came a few templates that you can change. You can change them for a 1 page, for a 4 page. I can say instead of 4, I can say, oops. And you can make it wide. Then it says oops again. And you can put in, so the latest blocks in here. Yeah, another one would be, you could change the typography, make it bigger, and save that. And now when you look at the website and you have a non-working thing, oops, it's immediately changed. So that is really, I like that. But now you can also create your own templates. You're not restricted to the ones that the theme had. You can do add new, and then you can create different templates for either your authors, yeah, date. Yeah, so if it's by date, all the ones from August, or by tag, and any other taxonomy. And when you, and this is new for 6.1, is now you can actually create the category, and that's what I said, where you can say, I only want it for the, and then it lists you the categories, and I only want this for news. Yeah, but you could do it for your personal, if you have a category of personal blog and a category for WordPress and a third one for travel, then each of the categories can have their own different templates. And that is really new to yeah, WordPress, totally. So you don't have to really have a developer to do this anymore. Or you as a design theme developer, you can create all those templates right here from the interface here. Yeah. And there have been new comments block. I don't know if many of you use comments on their pages, but you can now add them to your templates. When you say on the single page, yeah, you can have here are these are the comments block, and this is just a placeholder, not a real comment. The final styling may differ depending on the block editor, kind of thing. But yeah, you can then say, okay, in the list view, these are the old, so it's a deprecated. So the theme pulled in the old post comment block. We could do the comments. We can do the comments block here, and then we can change everything what we want to do here. We can say we don't want the avatar, because nobody knows what an avatar is. Yeah. And we want to, yeah, comment author we want, but I want a different style. Hang on. I want this. It's back. Yeah. So. And then you have here, these are also, you can edit those, yeah, in that, and give it, oops. Color background. And then there's no text background for text color thing here, so that's not good. do this way, so we at least can read it. Yeah, and then save it. And now you have your comment style, and that came with 6.0. So block patterns now can be used in themes multiple ways. So until now, until WordPress 6.0 came out, you had to put it into a PHP file into the theme. And now you only need to put it into a folder pattern, and it automatically, and you had to register them with in a PHP code and all that. Now you can just put them in a folder that says pattern, only have a PHP stub in there. Yeah, here's one from, and a stub in there that just has an outline of the name of the pattern and the category, and then the theme rendering editor render would show it up in the pattern place here in the inserter. Another way to do that is if you have patterns in the pattern directory. There's a pattern directory. You all know this, maybe? Patterns, where you see all kind of different patterns from different people. And you see how they behave. And so now these can also be pulled into a theme, so they show up a little bit more prominent. The 2022 has actually switched off themes, but I snuck one in, and I said, give me the pricing table out of the directory. So I changed the code a bit to reference that in the theme JSON file. So there's some code examples here if you have a version. So just have a settings in the theme JSON, and then display the slug. The slug is here. What is up here? They are unique, and so they can be added to your theme. So you don't have to add them. Every install needs to have them. Just having a pointer to the directory already makes them available to the user if you want them. So a few theme developers I talked to are actually thinking about uploading or sharing the theme with the world, sharing the pattern with the world, and then pull them in through their theme. So it's not, they save some heaviness, so a file size on their theme. And it's pretty good to do and pretty fast to do. The only problem is so many themes shut off the possibility to import or use themes, use patterns from the directory. And there is a feature request in the GitHub repository that asks for, okay, let me switch it off for all the hundreds of block patterns, but let me use that theme JSON, pull them in as an allow list, and say, okay, only allow these 5, but switch off all the other 500 or something like that. So that is a feature request, but a few have actually said they wanted to be that is coming to WordPress soon, to the plugin. We just need a developer to do that. Yeah. What else? Oh, sorry, this is. So here's that example for the automatically detected in the theme folder. You have a pattern, and this is the PHP stub you need to have on top of your HTML that does the pattern. So it just needs to have a title, a slug that references a unique combination, and then the category that you wanted to show up in. The categories are in the inserter right here. Yeah, so this is a text one. Yeah. And then this is a. So what else do we have? What also came with WordPress 6.0 was that the the theme developer has the possibility to say for a certain every time a page is added, give the user a choice of patterns. So this way you can a theme developer can share complete page layouts and give them give the user kind of a head start on what should be on the blank canvas. And all it has to do is kind of have an added block types in there. But when you register the block pattern, or if you do the pattern like this, then you just add the post, the type block post content in there. And then it will automatically, every time you click on the create page, it will show the patterns. Of course, you can also switch it off if you want to. So that's for the page creation. And now since WordPress 6.0, now you can actually export a theme. So you go here under the settings, and then you see an export here. And it exports it with the updated templates and styles. So you did a lot of changes on all the templates, and then now you can say, okay, I want this exported, and then upload it again to a different website. So this features for theme developers as much as for someone who has multiple sites and wants to replicate some of the things. So that is pretty much that walkthrough 6.0. And so if you are a developer or a little bit more oriented towards what's actually in there, the field guide always gives you all the details and more about all the changes. So it's sometimes really overwhelming. Was there something in there that I missed now? Themes, taxonomy, themes. Here's a page creation, global style variation, features working with themes, and theme expert now. We're pretty good.